Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is the caption button. And there's one drawback to this, and I really wish YouTube would fix this. I don't know if you consider it a fix. One of the big advantages of doing all this trimming and cutting, adding the music, is that you can, especially with like virtual learning days. Stop right there. Okay. With virtual learning days, what's nice is that if you trim it or you add the music, that when you go to download the video, you actually have all that. This next part only works if you're on YouTube. Okay? So keep that in mind. And that's the annotation button. Okay? I already have some annotations in here. I'm going to go ahead and delete them so I can start from scratch and you can see what I'm talking about. I was fiddling with this a couple days ago. It was one of those scenarios where I was just making sure I knew what I was talking about before we met. Okay, so wherever you want to add an annotation, and this is nice if you forget to say something or you need to add some extra directions, you can add annotations to your video. So you have different options. When I click right here, you can choose from a speech bubble, a note, a title, a spotlight, or a label. The big difference between them, I mean, you obviously know what a speech bubble is. A note is just a box. A title will appear down here, or it'll just appear as text going across the screen. Okay? So there's no box or anything. And a spotlight is interesting because what it does is it has a little box and then it has a text box underneath it. I'm going to go ahead and show you that one so you know what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Hey, look at that. It's contagious. All right, I'm going to choose Spotlight here. And when I do that, here's my box that I can choose from. I can resize it however I want. Grabbing these dots. I can resize the text box portion by grabbing the dots. And then what I can do is I can add text to it. So I could say, pay attention to this. Okay, so that's not very big. What I can do is I can adjust the text size to a few options. You can see that they limit your options. They only give you 11, 13, 16, and 28. And you can choose the text color. So if you want it to be white or dark, you can do that. And then you can also change the box color as well if you want to change the outside lines. And as you can see, it's kind of cool because it only changes color when you hover over it. Something else that's kind of nice is they have a link button, and all of the boxes have this, but the link will only go to a video or like a YouTube playlist, a YouTube channel, a Google Plus profile. They do that. They limit those settings because they don't want people putting links to like spam or websites with viruses, things like that. So they limit you to what you can go to, but what's nice is that you could put a link to another video. If a student may not fully understand something, you could say, hey, if you don't understand this, you should go to this video. That'd be a way you could do that. You could redirect them. Okay, so that's just letting you know you can add a link to it. I don't think I can even put, I'll choose video and just see what it does here. It doesn't look like I can just choose a video. It looks like I have to have the actual link and you would just paste it in as you want. And then you have the option of making it that if they click on it, it goes to a new window. If you want it to open in a new window and you don't want them to leave your existing video. Okay? Now you can also make adjustments to the length of time that you want it on there. So you notice that when I hover over the edges of this annotation, I can actually drag it and make it a longer period of time. Okay? Once I have that one in, you can apply your changes, and it puts it in. You can add more annotations if you want to. So you can add a label, spotlight, speech bubble, whatever. You can have as many annotations as you want popping up on the screen. Okay?
Okay.
This is definitely, I mean, this is just optional stuff. If you want it to look a certain way, if you want to point out specific things, it's a great tool for that. If you have an annotation you want to get rid of, you can always come back to the annotation button, click on the actual annotation, you can hit the trash can, and it goes away. Like so. Okay?
Okay.
You guys ready to fiddle?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and mute, and you can